So, this is the first time I've done a video looking into my fucking flash on the back side of the camera, but I've just had an amazing podcast again with Nick Donald. I know some of you have watched the last one that we did, but Nick was a 10 to 15 year cocaine addict, £250 a day, absolutely ruined his life. He's now come out of it. He's got some amazing insights and wants to help as many people as possible, and this fucking light's blinding. But it takes me a few hours to decompress and understand kind of the stuff that he's been saying. And the more I do these podcasts with people that have obviously had, you know, some sort of trauma or addiction, it's almost like a therapy session for them, but also for me, just to get to know people and the troubles that they've gone through, and how lucky I've been in my life sometimes to have not experienced these things, but also have the opportunity to now start to shed a light on these things. Did a lovely podcast with two great lads this morning, 25-year-olds, very handsome lads. One of them's a model, one of them's a professional footballer. And I said to them that it's amazing that they're living in a time now where they've got access to so much knowledge, and they can go and watch this podcast with Nick, the first one, and the one that we're just uploading now, which is going to come out in a few days because we uploaded a video yesterday, and learn from people's mistakes. This wasn't around when I was a kid. But also the vast amount of people that are now starting to reach out, not only to Nick, but also messaging me, getting onto my TikTok channel and the YouTube channel, and just saying, you know, what an amazing guest Nick was, what an amazing podcast it was. Nick's getting people messaging him now, asking for help, because you can't relate to your doctor or your mum or your dad. But if you've got an addiction or a habit that's wrecking your life, who better to talk to than somebody that's been there and put £1 million up his nose, but come out the other side of it, and has now got an amazing relationship with his son, and wants to honestly and genuinely help people. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go and have a look at my YouTube channel. It's the Pure Waffle podcast. We've also got the Pure Waffle podcast on TikTok, but just go and have a look at that. Watch that episode. I think it was episode 8, and we've just recorded episode 11 today, and it's probably even more mind-blowing than the last one. So go and do that. Give this guy some support as well. We all need some support, but if any of you are struggling with anything like that, look, I'm not a trained professional, nor is Nick, but sometimes it's easy to reach out to people like us rather than going to the doctors that doesn't understand it. And like I say, I don't understand what he's gone through. I've never been in that situation, but he truly believes that he had to go there so that he can now start to help people. So once again, Nick, thanks for coming on. We will be doing this more regularly, and I think you're probably going to be a regular on my podcast. And who knows, fuck knows, maybe one day it's your podcast, because you can do a lot of good. But go and check that out. Thanks for all the lovely messages and support so far. And I hope you got most of this, because it's the first time I've done it with a fucking stupid flash on the other side of the camera.